So we got a first look at Black Ops 7 Farm. It looks solid, doesn't look too bad, lighting isn't too interesting, especially for a night map. The first thing a Farm veteran will notice is it has a totally different layout from the original. Now, I don't get that. If the whole point of this existing is nostalgia bait, why not make it recognizable to the thing you're remaking? Seems logical to me. There won't be a hit of nostalgia if you can't do the same loop around the map you do back in the day. And that's one of many things I don't like about Cold War era zombies is the layouts of the maps just don't feel interesting. They're so open and so flat that you just do the same thing on all of them, and that just wasn't how it used to be. Farm had a very specific loop people would do through the map to finish the round because of how it was laid out. But it's not going to be a factor in here because we got more of the usual modern era zombies, double wide bullshit, which makes it so open you won't be funneled through anywhere specific. Now, you might say that's a good thing, more freedom to the player, but this isn't open world Elden Ring. It's a round-based survival game, and those specific paths you took through each map gave them part of their unique feeling. We don't get that anymore. You know how I play Liberty Falls? The exact same way I play Die Machine and Citadel and all the others. Variety is a thing of the past since Black Ops 4. Each map had its own identity. Cold War until now, not at all. Now, I want to compare it to the Farm remaster made by Clicks 7 years ago, and I could be biased, and I probably am, but this to me has a much stronger vibe than what we're getting with the remake in 7. It respects the original first off, which is always nice. Beyond that, it plays heavily with the lighting. The new Transit remake doesn't have a ton of mood because it's so cleanly lit like everything else they've done since Cold War. It's nighttime, yet almost everything is evenly lit. There's also no fire, which could give you another light source to play with. Instead, just basic flat lighting and what looks like a color correction filter put over top to give it the appearance of nighttime. I have a theory that there is some kind of accessibility requirement by Activision preventing them from pushing the lighting too far. Like they have to have super clean visibility because even maps set at nighttime, everything is super crisp as if it was lit during the day and then filtered to look like it's night, which is a very common thing done in movies, and it kind of has that look. It just looks off. You get great clarity at the sake of looking a bit sterile. The ground is also very flat in this remake. The original had Farm kind of up on a hill, surrounded by a ring of fire where the ground split apart. Just describing that sounds fucking cool. But they didn't do any of that here. Just drop the house on a flat piece of dirt and remove the signature transit fire and cracked apart ground. It just isn't as interesting to look at. Another thing I read online, don't know if it's true, but apparently there's no bus this time and instead we get a drivable truck. Now, here is where you really lost me. Assuming this is true and there is no bus, I just want to make sure me and Treyarch are on the same page. So, the reason it's called Transit is because it's a play on the word, since we ride around the map on a bus, mass transit. These are the usual oversights I keep having to point out. Transit with no bus is like grief without a focus on griefing. Oh shit. We might be in trouble here. I also heard it's supposed to be the biggest zombie map ever. Now, I don't know about any of you, but I've never in my life heard of any push from any part of the zombies community wanting Treyarch to keep making bigger and bigger maps. Who's asking for bigger maps? The ones we get now are fucking empty. Imagine if they stretch them out even bigger. We're going to start getting triple wide doors. I don't even know how that would work, but they got top men working on it right now. All in all, it does look solid. I do like the color palette. It's got a bit of a horror movie vibe going on, which isn't something they even attempted doing in 6, so that's something new. They also gave an attempt at making an interesting skybox, which again, that's just a signature part of zombies. Doris, Shangri-La, Revelations, Voyage of Despair, on and on. Moody as fuck skyboxes that new zombies just doesn't have. See, it isn't just hate. It's not like, well, it's new, so I don't like it. I'm giving reasons, facts, and logic. There's so many pieces of the puzzle that made pre-Cold War zombies such a vibe, and pretty much all of it has been streamlined right out of the experience. We need to get back to that level of effort put into the visuals and the map design again.